Area is known for the water, but more trash is ending up in the water, which could harm animals.
That's right. A business owner at the oceanfront is helping clean up the waterways and protect sea life. Reporter Jacqueline Lee has his story.
It's a stand-up paddleboard business that operates here off the Rudy Inlet, and the owner's goal is to leave the water a little bit better than he found it.
I know it's nasty. Let's put it right in the handle.
Randy Harris is doing what he can to protect his home, the water, whether that's the Rudy Inlet or the Atlantic Ocean.
This is my passion, this is my playground, this is my children's future playground.
He grew up here and he works here.
Are you having fun? It's pretty cool, huh?
Harris has run a stand-up paddleboard business at the oceanfront for the past 8 years. He said he's noticed an increase in the amount of trash floating around.
It just makes me sick to my stomach because I think of the sea creatures. These animals can't help it, and we're throwing plastic in the ocean and they're swallowing it and dying.
Water bottles, plastic bags, cigarette butts, you name it, have polluted the waterways, according to Mark Swingle at the Virginia Aquarium.
We have pulled in more than 18,000 pounds of trash.
Plastic takes hundreds of years to break down.
Once it's in the environment, it impacts the environment.
Problem is, animals are ingesting it or getting trapped in it. In 2014, this 50-foot whale washed up in a creek off the Elizabeth River.
And that piece of plastic was swallowed by the whale when it was feeding on fish. And the plastic got into its stomach, and you can see how sharp it is.
Harris saw that threat and started a program called Leave It Better Than You Found It.
As you go, just look for pieces of plastic, all right? And if you see one, pick it up.
Customers pick up trash on the way back from their lesson.
It's very simple, and it makes me just excited that we're involved doing something positive.
And piece by piece, Harris hopes to make the water cleaner.
In 6 years, we picked up approximately 20,000 pieces of plastic.
And a little safer.
If we all just do a little, we can get a lot accomplished, like be the change type thing, you know?
In Virginia Beach, Jacqueline Lee, 13 News Now.